What up, guys? I am Sa Ra Garvey. I'm back with the people's opinion. We are here. Okay, today we're going to be talking about that old thing called marriage and divorce and whether or not it's actually worth going into, because nowadays it's seeming like a little bit of a minefield. It's seeming a little bit dicey. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some videos on. We're going to talk about some scenarios. One of the things I really want to touch on is the divorce aspect of marriage. Okay, you guys come on in, grab a drink. I've got mine, which is non-alcoholic, by the way. Grab a drink, grab your smokes, grab your snacks, grab your woman, grab your man. Come on in. We are going to be talking about marriage. Share, like, subscribe. Let people know that I'm live right now with the man that is all about the conspiracies, as we know from last week. Jesse, have you got any new conspiracies for us this week, bruv? No new conspiracies?
Nothing today.
Nothing today?
Nothing that won't get you cancelled.
Nothing? Okay, cool. So aliens haven't overtaken your house? Or
No.
Nothing like that?
No.
All right, good. Guys, in these YouTube streets, there is a man by the name of Destiny, okay? And Destiny is a YouTuber that I haven't met personally, but Destiny's been in the public eye on these YouTube streets now because he's currently going through a divorce or a breakup with his wife. Now, Destiny made it his mission to kind of talk against the manosphere and the red pill space. I actually believe the manosphere and the red pill space is needed to warn men about the types of women or the types of scenarios that they could get themselves into and kind of prevent them from doing that. It's very interesting that if women warn other women about the types of men that exist, it's called empowerment. But if men warn other men on the types of women that exist, that's now called misogyny. That is now called patriarchy. That is now called chauvinism. But hey, we move. But Destiny made it his mission to kind of talk against the manosphere and the red pill space. But Jesse, he's going through it. He's going through a breakup now. And I think, from what I can see, he's going to need men that think like the men in the manosphere and the red pill space.
I've never heard of this person before.
You've never heard of Destiny before?
Never heard of him. I don't even know what to
You've
expect.
been for a breakup, though. Everyone's been for a breakup.
Been through loads. I'm fresh off the back of a breakup.
You're fresh off the back of a breakup? Oh, yes.
Fresh.
Oh, mate. Are you okay? You holding up all right?
How do I look?
A bit messed up. But then you always look like that. Yeah. His hairline's messed up. Eyebrows are all over the place. He's got his clothes up. He's got stains on them. He doesn't look good. But he's here. You're helping.
Mm-hmm.
You're here. You're getting through it, bruv. But what I was saying is that, Destiny basically is he's going for a breakup. But he has been in an open marriage. Yeah. Which means his wife was allowed to have sex with someone else, but he was also allowed to have sex with someone else. But apparently he was bisexual, so he could have sex.
Remember what I said last week?
Oh, yes, there are no bisexual men.
Men, yeah, this is according to me and my
go on,
stupid logic.
What are the rules?
So according to my rules, men cannot be bisexual. They can either be straight or they can be gay. And both are fine.
I hear what you're saying now.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about it. I don't think men can be bisexual.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I told you right now, so oh yeah, sorry.
Please, this is a family show.
Yeah. If I say, oh sorry, me and James were just kissing. That's why I was late. You think I'm gay, right?
Correct.
There we go.
Correct.
Simple as that.
But if a woman was come and say, "Oh, me and Serena were kissing," you'd think, "What, are you into girls?"
Exactly.
That's what we'd actually say.
Yeah, it's just a perception kind of thing. And listen, guys, like I say, I am wrong often. In fact, my Instagram name, if you want to follow me, is
wrong.
Now they're gonna find me.
Oh, for real? It's not that. No, you won't find him because he's a ghost in the
Yeah.
system.
But
He's a ghost in the system.
you know, men can't be bisexual. They're either straight or they're gay. And like I said, both are fine. I was telling you about one of my close friends, Jake. He's gay. That's my guy.
Pause.
That's my guy.
That's your guy.
That's my boy.
Interesting. And he's never tried anything untoward with you?
With me? No.
No?
Yeah, not yet, at least.
He said, yet.
Well, who knows? I don't know what's going through his mind.
He said, yet. Chat, can you actually hear Jesse? Because I know people were saying last time that they couldn't hear Jesse, but his mic was apparently on. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear Jesse. If you can hear Jesse.
Oops, I can't spell. Can you?
Yeah, you type it out, Jesse. Let people, let people know.
In brackets, Jess. There we go.
What's your name on there?
My name.
Oh, okay.
It's you. It comes up as you.
Oh, it comes up as me?
Yeah.
Oh. Did I say you could log into my thing? Why can't we go on yours?
Let's go.
Why are you trying to be me?
No, let's go then.
Anyway. We got a video to do with Destiny. I want to kind of play it and let people see, and then we're going to talk about it. Jesse, could you play that
the video up? The video is 45 seconds long, people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, be right back.
Let's do it.
Yeah, listen to Destiny. Who cares if his own wife gets by random men? It's not a big deal. It is insane to me. First of all, I am in an open relationship. I've been in a relationship for 4 or 5 years. It is crazy to me the insecurity and the projection that you have to drool so much over my relationship choices when you're probably a virgin, right? You understand that the majority of people in red pill spaces join those spaces because they can't get girls, right? If you're a normal, well-adjusted guy and you've got a job, you don't go to red pill spaces. These are not spaces that are made for healthy, well-adjusted men. They're for losers looking for answers. So the fact that anybody from that space would try to attack me or my life or my relationships, like, bro, come on. Like, do you think maybe year 3 of this attack is finally going to get to him? Like, come on, dude.
Red flag. This is the guy.
Okay.
Who is now allowing, or was allowing, another man or other men to bone his wife.
So this is Adam 22 Light.
This is Adam 22. He used to have blue hair, the blue-haired version. Or you say he doesn't have it in this video, but he used to have blue hair. Would you allow a man to bone your wife?
No, I'd rather not. I mean, if that's my wife, yeah, I feel that only I should be having sex with her. That might sound crazy for that. That's just how
that's chauvinist. That's misogynistic.
Yeah, but I would say though that one theory I've heard about marriage is about monogamy is that it was what's the roots of it? Because apparently our forefathers were polygamous.
Polygamous.
Yeah, so the village anyone could sleep with anybody.
That's not what polygamy is.
No, but like that's what was happening in ancient societies. Apparently, like marriage is a kind of a new concept, and
I think there's always been a type of union between men and women. Call it what you want to call it, marriage, blah blah blah. But men and women have been yoked, you could say, to each other from the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, but with this guy, he's actually allowed another man or other men to dick his wife down and bone her and do the things that, in my personal point of view, only another man with a husband should be allowing his wife to do. But now it seems like he's paying for it. And his woman right now is breaking up with him. And he was just on the stream a couple of days ago complaining that he had to wire someone $100,000 and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, Destiny, the red pill space tried to warn you about these things. They tried to warn you about these types of women. This woman was a woman that you allowed to be sexually intimate with other people. I don't know how people think that their woman or their man being allowed to be sexually intimate with other people is going to end well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of just trying to put myself in a headspace where that whole concept is okay. Yeah. And I'm saying, okay, cool. if we as a society were to allow our wives to be in sexual relations with other people and then still come back home to us, like what's the benefits of this?
Well, this is a thing. It's for me, it's a very Western concept.
Marriage?
No, the fact wife swapping.
Yeah.
It's a very Western concept. It's been spoken about in the West for a very long time. They used to do that whole, what it is, car keys in a bowl and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you pick whatever car keys you picked is whatever woman you're going home with, and it could be somebody else's wife. I think the concept of swapping your wife or giving your wife to somebody else is a very Western concept that I'm just not down with. I don't care what people call me. You can call me misogynistic or whatever, but I'm not down with my wife being boned by someone else.
Let's try and rationalize this, okay, before we judge people who are into that.
Yes. I'm not, well, I am judging.
No.
I don't think it's logical. But
yeah. Let's just say a lot of people get married like straight out of school, like or university. So let's just say you're 18 years old. At which point in life you probably haven't had much sexual experience. Yeah, more than likely on average, right? So you meet somebody, they're really nice. You both like each other. You start dating. You're exclusive to each other, and then you end up getting married after you graduate,
right,
and so forth,
right.
And now you have children, and then before you know it, you're in your like mid to late 50s, and you realize I haven't really experienced other things sexually, and now's the time to do it. But I still love my partner, but I want to see other things. So that's when
are you on a steady road to decline once that happens?
Possibly.
Right.
I feel like people who are into that kind of stuff, I might be wrong, just like I said, trying to rush. If you haven't had much experience, if you haven't had many partners, whether sexual or not, like just been on many dates, met a lot of different people, if you've been stuck with one person for a long time, I feel like that's when you start thinking, hey, let me do this in a legal. I'm just trying to make sense of it.
You're trying to make sense of it. I don't think another man should be dicking down your wife.
I don't think so either.
I can't see the benefit of that. I'm gonna see you as used. I'm gonna see you as community vagina. I'm not gonna see you as mine. And essentially, if two people have quote unquote yoked themselves together, if they're supposed to both see each other as theirs, if that makes sense. Oh, excuse me. I no longer see you as mine. And if I no longer see you as mine, that means I'm not gonna do the things that I'm supposed to do as your partner, because I don't even think you're mine. I might ask someone else to do it. Go and tell George to go and do it. Do you know what I mean? You would getting dick from him. Like, why would I do it? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. He tries to rationalize. And I want to play this next video, and I want you to watch his face in it.
Yeah, but before we go there, I guess maybe it's a selfish thing. I know that doesn't sound right, but I guess maybe the concept of letting another man have sex with your wife is the only way you can rationalize you being allowed to go and carry out your desires, which is to sleep with other women. So it's like a trade-off. So I want to go and have sex with other women who are not my wife. How can I make this okay by her?
But women are more comfortable with their men doing that. Men aren't that more comfortable with their women doing that.
But maybe
women are very used to sharing men. There are women right now that know they're sharing men.
Yeah, but maybe you're so desperate to go out there and experience other sexual partners that you'll do it at whatever cost, and that cost is letting people have sex with your wife. And then you lie to yourself and say you're okay with it. You know, the worst lies we tell in this world
are to ourselves.
Are the lies we tell to ourselves.
Correct.
So maybe you tell yourself, yeah, no, it's an open relationship, when really and truly, it's not an open relationship. You're using that as a way to mask you having the permission to go and sleep with other women or men, whatever you're into. And the price you're paying for this is that you have to pretend
that your wife is getting boned.
Yeah.
No. Not on my watch. My wife is not getting boned on my watch. He's entitled to do what he wants, to live his life the way in which he wants to live it. I think people within the space, or especially within the YouTube space, warned him or said certain things to him that said, bro, this isn't, the right way to go. But obviously, as his own man, he's going to make his own decisions. That's what people should be allowed to do. But when you look at the statistics, open relationships only last so long.
Yeah,
They only last so long.
And I think everything needs to be looked at on a case-by-case basis. So, like, I believe if you've had multiple partners, you're less likely to have someone sleeping with your wife. However, there are extreme examples like Adam 22, man who discovered recently.
Yep.
Who
Adam 22 allows another man to bone it. Well, other men to really dick down his wife.
Yeah, but I think that's a lot more complex. I think he's just looking at the monetary aspect of it.
So do you think he respects his wife then? Like, can you really respect your woman if you're allowing big guys, big BBCs to just rail your wife on a constant basis while you watch?
I think it all depends on how you view sex and how you view the person and what your desires are. He wants to be very rich and he earns a lot of money by letting people sleep with his wife. And he may rationalize it by saying she's already had sex with hundreds of guys already, you know, and now she's not doing it behind my back. Maybe if I would deprive her, she might find ways to do it when I'm not there. But now I'm giving her permission.
That's too much thinking and overthinking.
I'm trying to make it make sense. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do.
It's too much thinking.
I'm trying to
overthinking, bro.
Be devil's advocate here.
I hear you, but it's just like there's too much thinking and overthinking. There should be a conversation between you and your woman, or conversations, and that should be it. Like I don't know what it's like to be in a relationship where you have a conversation with your woman and you're like, babes, tomorrow, remember, so-and-so is coming around, he's going to dick you down. And you're like, oh yeah, great, yeah, totally forgot.
Everyone's got a price, you know.
They say that, they do say that.
And the price isn't always monetary. When we think of price, we think of, okay, how many millions, okay? But everyone has a price, and that plays a big part of it. We before we continue, there was a video you want me to play, but we have a super chat.
Oh, lovely.
Ultra. I haven't seen Ultra in the comments before, but I'm seeing
I know Ultra.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know Ultra. What did he say?
Ultra said, sorry I'm late. Big up everyone. What have I missed? Ultra, literally nothing. We've been live for 17 minutes and 22 seconds.
Big up yourself, Ultra.
And we've literally just been talking about the sanctity.
We're talking about divorce. We're getting into it. We're talking about Destiny. We got another video to pair Destiny, and I want people to really watch Destiny's face in this video and just see what you think of it. Jesse, play that video, please.
One interesting aspect of your relationship is you're in an open relationship. What's that like? From a game theoretic simulation perspective, what went into that calculation? And like, how does that...
Like how that started? Or
yeah, how did that start? Sure.
The only relationships I've ever done has been open relationships since I was like in high school. Because I...
Since high school?
Didn't really understand like why wouldn't you be able to like do other things with other people, but then just like have your main partner basically.
So what...
Thought logic.
What is an open relationship, generally speaking? That means you have one main partner?
Non-monogamous relationship. Like you're somehow allowed, like in different ways, you can see other people sexually.
But like there's one main
Yeah, or it doesn't have to be there for some people, but like I think it's probably easier and we probably don't really have time or the energy for like more than like one person to like really like
What about like emotional?
It's really complicated. There's a lot of complicated stuff going on under the hood there. I think broadly speaking, you've got like polyamorous relationships and you've got like open relationships where polyamorous is like, oh, I've got like 3 different girlfriends and we all hang out or sometimes even live together, or 3 boyfriends, whatever. And then you've got like open relationships, which is like, oh, you know, like you can basically hook up with other people and then you've got like your main relationship and that's it. I think ours is probably somewhere in the middle, of that, to where like we've got like long-term friends, some of them we hook up with, and that's kind of how we, it's a delicate dance that explodes every 6 months on itself.
So it does explode, you guys fight over it?
We fight over some things, It takes 6 months on itself.
So it does explode, you guys fight over it?
We fight over some things, Things happen,
I think it's mostly because a lot of people can't handle it. And they agree to something and then they realize that we're way too cool. And then they get really obsessed and they think that they can like get in there and then it gets really dramatic.
Before we continue, she isn't bad looking. And I feel like maybe one way he had to secure the bag with her was to allow her. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it make sense. Say what you have to say. And
Bro, did you see his face in that? In that,
I saw the face.
He looked like a guy that had been. He looked like a child that had been sat down in the teacher's office, and he was by his parent, and the two parents were having a conversation, and the child was just like, I just got to listen to it. That guy, you could see from, and obviously it's just a perception. You could see that that's not him. She's the one leading it. That's what it looked like. It looked like she was the one leading that relationship. She's the one telling him. She said that she's been having open relationships from high school. From high school?
That's crazy, man.
That's what she's been having. She's been having open relationships from high school. And then if she's been having open relationships from high school and he now wants to be with her, that means he's now got to get with her program. He's got to get with the way she does things. Hence the reason why now he's going through a breakup with her, because she decided to go and be with someone else.
Get down or lay down.
Get down or lay down with my type of philosophy. And now he's feeling it. Whereas before, he was all about, oh no, the red pill space is about guys who can't get girls. And that might be true. There might be some guys within the space that can't get girls, Jesse. Yeah, there might be, right? But essentially, the red pill manosphere space is for men to warn other men of the pitfalls of certain relationships, of certain women out there, of certain men's rights, all this kind of stuff. And he kind of shitted on that. And now I'm telling you, Destiny needs the red pill. He needs the red pill. He needs to have that kind of philosophy and that kind of thinking, because he was literally taken to the cleaners by his own woman. She actually wore the pants, undone the pants, he probably got pegged. He probably got pegged. Yeah. I'm just saying. Do you know what I'm saying? And that is the definition of a cuck. And now the cuck is, on the receiving end of these types of women.
Before we continue, 2 more super chats.
Ooh, okay.
Demswood again. Oh no.
I like
Demswood said, "Don't get married in the West. Foreign women for life."
Foreign women for life.
And also Ultra back again. Another super chat said, "No, get married to a traditional African sister."
Do you know what? I'll say this. I'm actually pro-marriage. I know it sounds like I'm not, but I'm actually pro-marriage. I am pro the union of man and woman, male and female, but it has to be done right. I think marriages have now evolved. Marriages have evolved into somewhere, and we now as men and women need to kind of step back, look at it and say, okay, what's the best type? Because now people are getting married to get divorced and make money, Jesse.
Well, people are getting married. There are no men doing that.
There are no men doing it. Women are doing it. The richest women in America are actually divorcees. They're divorcees. The richest women in America are divorcees. So divorce has now become a business. Marriage has now become a business. And the fact that the government can now get involved in your marriage is crazy. And the fact that marriage has now been taken out of the love sphere and it's now been put into the monetary sphere, it says it all about marriages. What has happened now is people are focusing on how much their marriages cost. They're focusing on where they go for their honeymoon.
The spectacle as well.
The spectacle. And they're focusing on what it's like to be married and not what a marriage actually is. And that's why marriages are failing now.
I feel one key ingredient in a relationship lasting is to actually like your spouse.
To like them.
It's like them. Yeah. I mean, love is something.
Love is great.
But you can love someone and still do some fucked up things.
Right.
But if you like someone, you tend to not. Do you know what I mean? Like, just think about like the relationships you have with your friends. Like, you like your friends and you genuinely, unless you're a sick individual, don't do things to upset them. So I feel like isn't given enough importance in a relationship. Yeah, I'm speaking. I realized recently, because obviously, like we said earlier, I'm going through.
You're going through your own breakup.
Separation, and I realized that towards the end of it, like, I didn't like this woman very much anymore.
You said that last time.
Yeah. She like sexually, she was like my type on paper. If you was to get me to like before meeting her, draw like my ideal woman, like what she'd look like. Yeah.
You're saying the hips were nice, the bum was there, the breasts were
Ghanaian babes.
Ghanaian babes. Okay.
Yeah, she was fine. But then, like in conversation, I realized that I don't actually like this person. Yeah, and I didn't always have post-nut clarity when I was thinking about her. Post-nut clarity is very, very important.
It's very important.
If you're not in a continual state of post-nut clarity, you're in a perpetual state of pre-nut delusion.
Pre-nut delusion.
Yes, trust me. So it's when you...
Do you know what? I'm going to add that to my vocab. Post-nut clarity is already in my vocab, but pre-nut delusion?
Yeah, it's a dangerous thing, man. It's a dangerous thing. Empires have fallen
because of pre-nut delusion.
Exactly. So you need to get that out of your system, get some post-nut clarity, and actually look at the person. And you got to just ask yourself if you like them. Do you know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying. Yeah. Actually, I hear what you're saying. You want to be able to like your partner.
Yeah.
You want to be able to like them.
Yeah.
No, I totally get you. Because like I was saying, like now the divorces are happening. We're going to go into divorce a little bit now. I remember we were talking about Tyrese before, and Tyrese was saying how he didn't understand the breakup when he went to speak to this person that he spent so much time with. And there was this veil, not like a physical veil, but like an emotional veil. And he's like, this is me. I know we're no longer together, but can we talk like civilized human beings, please?
I was going to mention the Tyrese thing because I think his now ex-wife said that had certain people not been in her ear, she wouldn't have wanted the divorce.
That's what she said.
And we need to be very careful when we're getting advice from our friends because they care about us, but they give us advice based on what they think they would do in the situation and what would be good for them. But everyone's experiences are different.
But misery loves company.
Misery
loves company. And I'm telling you, no one keeps a single woman single like single women. Single women will keep they will keep a single woman single.
But you gotta be that's very true. But you gotta be careful when people are giving you advice. You gotta take everyone's advice within the context of the person that's giving it to you.
Right.
So Shaniqua is telling you to stay with him. Okay, but why is Shaniqua saying this?
Why? Yeah. What's her motivation?
Yeah. Shelly Yan is saying leave him. Why?
Why?
Okay, you need to understand. So it's just like there's no bad advice. Well, there's bad advice.
Well, Tyrese was saying, like we spoke about before, he was saying that she's asking for, and I want people to understand this. She wants £20,000 per month, and if you want £20,000 per month after the prenup has already been signed, I want to stress this. They already had a prenup. She already agreed that she didn't want any money from him. She's actually trying to find a way to get money out of him. And in his words, he said that she's trying to take his life with her. He introduced her to a certain type of life, right? Fantastic. And I want women to understand something. When you find a man that gives you that type of life, you are a lucky individual. You do not get, just like me, I don't get to leave my job that was paying me 200 grand a year and then say to them, hey, you introduced me to a life of 200 grand a year. Could you pay me the same amount of wages?
No, could you? You must.
You must pay me something similar, okay, to what I was getting because you introduced me to a certain type of life. You don't get to do that. So a lot of women think that they're going to get the same type of caliber man when they leave a man of that caliber. And I'm telling you, if you've had his child or children, generally that is not going to happen for you. It's not the fact that I'm trying to shoot people's dreams down. What it is that you have to understand that if you have reached that peak, it's only downhill from there. This Tyrese's woman reached her peak when she met Tyrese. She had his child at her peak. It's only downhill from there. Yeah. She chose to leave him. She's not going to get another guy to be like, oh yeah, I want to do the same type of things. You know what she's going to get, Jesse? Guy to fuck her.
That's right.
She's going to get loads of guys wanting to fuck her. And the thing is about a lot of women that they don't understand is that just because a guy wants to have sex with you doesn't mean that he wants to settle down with you.
So one of the reasons why I had to call things off with my ex-babes, she was quite good looking.
But was she as good looking as
Audrey?
As Audrey?
No. No, I mean, is anybody?
Is anybody. Audrey's, you know, she's kind of.
I mean, it's just like what you just said. Like women can find a guy that will want to have sex with them. Yeah, it's no problem. But a guy that actually want to hold you down and be with you and wake up next to you.
Yeah, and wake up next to you
for the rest of your
for
life.
the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Days.
They don't get that. And she said to me, because I'm a very distant person.
Right.
Very like.
Your head's elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like crack on with life, you know. I've got targets I'm trying to hit.
Okay.
And then she was upset, and she said to me one day, I have essentially this. I'm paraphrasing, but I have guys running me down all the time that want to spend time with me, and you don't even want to something. Want to do shit, yeah. I was like,
you should have told her to be with the guys then.
I should have said many things, but I'm a coward.
Essentially.
But I wanted to explain to her that those guys just want to put their peni,
of course,
inside of you, and then that's it.
But a lot of women don't get that.
They don't.
A lot of women don't understand that. You will have men for days in your DMs, girl. Men that want to put their peni inside your vijay all day long. But that doesn't mean that the guy wants to be with you for the rest of your life. And women always, it has been so consistent, because I remember in the UK a couple of years ago, remember Lani Good?
Yeah.
Lani Good was saying, oh, you know what? I've had footballers, And he said, that's great. You've had footballers spread your legs from number 3 to number 9, but those footballers don't want to, be with you for the rest of their life. But she'd calculated in her head that that's her level. She can bag a guy like that. You can't bag a guy like that. Tion Wayne was her level. That's it. From here on, it's downhill.
And that is it.
That is it.
I mean, I feel like women sometimes got again, surface sounds very one-sided. I'm only speaking from my own personal experience, but I feel like women need to play the long game. Because
women need to play the long game.
Because I feel like sometimes, like, guys, that takes us a while to realize, oh shit, like, this is kind of good, you know, it's kind of sweet. You know what I mean? So it's not going to happen instantaneously.
No.
I mean,
women have already planned the wedding in their head.
Yeah, sex can happen instantaneously, but like, it takes a while for a guy to realize, you know what, I can fuck with this long term, you know? My thing is, I like to see a woman in all 4 seasons before I then decide, like, yeah, this is it. All
4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall.
Yeah, I mean, like, their season. I don't mean like when it's raining and that. I'm talking about like when they're going through a good time, going through a rough time, indifferent, like how they deal with loss, how they deal with success, all these things. Sorry to make it's about me too much. Yeah,
it seems like therapy for you, bro.
Should I just stop talking?
No. Let it out, man. We've got just don't cry.
There's some things I need to address in the comments as well. But I said to the babes, I was like, yo, I need to meet your mother before we become serious. And she said, you're not meeting my mother until we become serious. And I'm thinking,
that's stuck for a lot.
Yeah, but I was like, for me personally, like, okay, like,
so she didn't want to introduce you to your mum, her mum.
Yeah, no, not sure. And like, the thing is, I'm thinking, like, I know old Ghanaian women, which is that's what you're going to become when you're older.
Those big aunties.
Well, she wasn't a big woman, but potentially in it. So I got to make sure your mother isn't a big woman.
Big auntie,
and I got to see her carried.
See what jeans are like.
I genuinely wanted to get to know her mother to see what this woman would turn into.
All right,
but she didn't get it, and I'm not very good at explaining things.
Right.
So I never met her mother, and now
you're not good at explaining things.
I'm terrible.
The way you were talking about like the flat Earth and
was horrible. Do you know how much things after the show I wanted to say? I was like, oh yeah, I meant to say this, and I didn't say that.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's just me. I'm just talking from my personal experience. There's some people in the comments that are saying, like, can they only ask a question if they send a super chat? The answer is no. You can ask questions without a super chat, guys. We're not saying you have to give us money. Super chats just ensure we read it out. Okay, there was some good stuff in the comments.
But do you know what I wanted to talk about? I want to see. We got some information. Actually, we got some stats on marriages and how marriage is in the decline right now. So I did give you a slide on the first stat. Could we read that first stat, please?
Cool. So the first stat is on the screen now. Marriage is down compared to 1991. Adults in 2021 are 44% more likely to have never been married. In 2021, 46.9% of individuals in England and Wales were married, down from 49.4% in 2011. In 1991, about 37% of women aged 20 to 39 were in a category called never married. This rose to 58.6% in 2011 and 65.7% in 2021.
People are deciding to just not get married, right? And I think that has to do with a few factors. I think that has to do with because, as Kevin Samuel said, may he rest in power, women give access to sex and men give access to relationships. So when it comes to marriage, a man must get down on his knee and propose to the woman. When it comes to sex, a woman must open her legs for a man for him to have sex. So the man is the reason why marriages are on the decline, not so much women. And that is because men, this is my philosophy now, men have seen what has been going on with marriages where it comes to divorce rates, when it comes to people caring, or women specifically caring more about the wedding and how much is spent, more so than what it means to be a wife. You know, the cooking and cleaning aspect. They're listening to songs that say, I don't cook, I don't clean, right? That's what they're doing. And so men have decided, you know what, actually, let's kind of hold off on the marriage thing. Jesse, would you get married?
I thought I was going to get married. Yeah,
this is therapy.
Oh no, this isn't the same babes. This is
different babes.
This is the mother of my child, babes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you think you were going to get married to her?
I just thought it was a natural progression of things. Yeah, you know. But would I get married now? So I'm 34 years old. Just happy birthday, me.
Happy birthday, bro.
Would I get married? I don't see it happening now.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't see the point. Personally,
I'm pro-marriage, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but like, I feel like I heard a saying a long time ago: "Don't get married before 30 because you're too young."
Right. Okay. In this society, I get that.
And don't get married after 30 because you're too old.
So get married at 30.
Don't get married. Essentially, what they're saying.
Oh, basically.
But I don't know, man. Would I get married now? Yeah, I'm not against it. But
things have to be in place, though. Certain things have to be in place because you don't want to be a Tyrese. You don't want to be in a position where a person has the right to take you to the cleaners.
Yeah,
basically take you to the cleaners because they married you.
I think part of the whole marriage thing is it just sounds good. Oh, that's my husband, that's my wife. It just sounds better than saying that's my boyfriend or that's my girlfriend. Yeah. I guess it's more security, I guess. But then it's only security in the event of a tragedy. See what I'm saying? It's like if you're married to someone, like
but like, you know, houses being bought and.
But I know a lot of people who buy houses with their boyfriend and girlfriends. I know like a few people that own houses together and they're not married. And if you are married, it's a lot more straightforward. When you want to go your separate ways and whatnot. Yeah, because everything's on paper, and it just sounds good.
I think when it comes to one thing I want to say when it comes to marriages, when it comes to breakups, and you're going through your own breakup right now, I think what was good for you is the fact that you didn't have any children with this individual, because what I've seen is that when it comes to children, a lot of mothers in divorces generally like to use children as weapons. They like to use them as like pawns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And for me, I think that only happens because the system is generally on women's side. The police forces, the social services, the family courts are generally on women's side. And I think that when it comes to men being in this society, I've always told men, you got to be careful of your woman's man.
You got to be careful of your woman's man.
Yeah, because your woman's man, you think you're her man.
Who's her man?
The police, the social services, the family court system. That's your woman's man. Because when your woman is in trouble, who does she call? Her
Babylon.
Man. Her man, generally.
Yeah, man.
But when you break from her, who does she call? Those services. That's her man. I've always said a woman's man is the government.
I feel like not enough emphasis in life as a whole, but in relationships too, is placed on luck. like you just gotta get lucky, you know, with your spouse. Like you can meet someone, they can look so fine, and that you guys get along. Everything's great dates. The obviously the sex is good. You just get along. But like there could always be underlying problems that you don't know. I think you have to just get lucky to find someone.
It's luck.
I think a lot of it in life is just to do with luck. Like one of my closest friends, him and his partner got together when we was in like sixth form. So like he's a couple years older than me. So he must have been about what, like 19, I think, maybe. And they're still together now. They've been married for like maybe 3 or 4 years. No. About 5 years they've been married.
Okay.
But she's a wonderful person. He's a wonderful guy. I just feel like
So he got lucky, you're saying?
he got lucky. I feel like she's wonderful. He's fantastic. Okay. And together they're amazing. But I feel like maybe him with another woman, it may not have worked for whatever reason, and her with another man. I just feel like they just got lucky that they're the right
It
size
blossomed
puzzle.
the right way.
Yeah. So I don't think enough emphasis is placed just on being lucky. Like it's crazy. And I think you got to get to know somebody as well, you know.
And that takes time. Getting to know someone actually takes time.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons why I was saying about the layers of marriage, one of the reasons why a lot of marriages are breaking down is because people don't actually take time. I think a lot of people hide who they truly are, who they really are. I think a lot of people hide the things that are really going through their head and the things they really think and they really feel. They hide the quote unquote trauma that they've been through, and they do things out of wanting things to be okay and not necessarily things actually being okay.
But then, yeah, again, I think that goes back down to luck, because let's just say someone decides to not hide all this stuff and they open up to their partner, and the partner's like, I can't deal with this, and they go. Yeah. Like, what can you do? And if you decide to open up to a partner and they're like, yeah, it's fine, we'll get through this, and they're with it, like, you just don't know until you know. Like,
you don't know until you know. That's very fair.
Yeah.
That is very fair. You don't know until you know. But if I would just say you have to take time.
Take time.
You have to take time. And things cannot be rushed, especially in this day and time where we're looking for like these microwave relationships that are happening. Like people say, oh, X and X is relationship goals. And then in a year's time, those people are broken up. They're no longer quote unquote relationship goals. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And so it's like, yeah, things actually take time. I think we live in a time also when it comes to marriages where people are very quick to exit them.
Yeah.
They're very quick to exit the marriage. And unfortunately, we have seen that it's the majority of the time women that are the ones that are exiting the marriage. As a matter of fact, I've got a statistic for this. I think it's number 3.
Bear with me.
I think it's number 3. Let's read that.
Number 3. You sure number 3, not number 2?
Is it number 2?
I don't know.
Put number 2 up. What does number 2 say?
Number 2 says 42%.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. Read that one.
Cool. 42% divorces were most likely to occur between the 4th and 5th wedding anniversary. UK divorce rate reveals that approximately 42% of marriages end in divorce, highlighting the prevalence of marital breakdowns. Is that the one you wanted? Do I keep going? Is there another one?
Go on. Yeah, read the next one.
The next one says number of divorces and rates. Opposite sex divorces. Yeah? Yeah. Cool. In 2021, there were 111,934 opposite sex divorces, which is an increase of 9.3% from 2020 and 4% from 2019 divorces. This is the highest number seen since 2013, where there were 114,720 divorces. In 2021, 63.1% of opposite sex divorces were petitioned. Petitioned, yeah, by females, with only 36.9% petitioned by males. This is similar to the percentages seen in 2020. 62.6% were females petitioned, and 37.4% were petitioned by males. Cases of decree of annulment. I can't both read the best. Yeah.
Basically, women are the ones who are initiating divorces. Generally. Up to I think the UK is 64%. In the US, it's up to 80% of women that are initiating divorces. And
that sounds about right to me.
It doesn't sound right.
Oh, it sounds about right.
So why are women so unhappy?
feel like men are so absent-minded that we don't even realize when things are breaking down. And if they are bad, they just deal with it anyways. Like, how many times have you got like a ache somewhere in your body and you just deal with it, like it will get better. Like it's not perfect, but you're not gonna go to the doctor. That's just how men are. We'll just crack on and just here's what it is. Like,
because I'm actually of the opinion now, it's getting to the point where I don't think women can be happy.
Huh?
I don't think women are happy.
What are you talking about?
I think women are temporarily happy.
What are you talking about?
I think women are temporarily happy.
Whoa.
Which is the reason why 70 to 80% of consumer buying decisions are made by women because of women.
Bro,
because women want to take something, get happy, feel it, embrace it for a while, and then they get sad again.
You're right and you're wrong.
And then they want to take it and get it, which is why when you're with your woman, there's always another Amazon parcel at your door because she's always trying to find a new happiness.
Women are happy, okay, but in different contexts. So, like, my mother growing up here was always happy, with us. Yeah.
Continue.
My my ex-fiance, the one that's actually got my child, she's always happy with our son. Not always happy with me. So she's happy in some aspect.
In relationships, though, yeah.
Oh, in relationships.
In relationships.
Oh no, never. Impossible. Right. Temporarily. Fleeting. There was some very interesting comments, by the way. I'm not going to read them.
What we got?
I'm not going to read them.
Oh, okay.
Passport bros.
Yeah, we can talk about that actually. But you see what I'm saying at women's happiness now. The next slide. You
really hate women, don't you? I don't want to.
I know you keep saying this, but we're talking about marriage. We're talking about marriage and divorce.
I don't want people.
Of course, it's going to go on to women. You're going to just. What are you going to say? That I hate black women?
No. I don't want people to put me in this.
Audrey Hepburn's here. She can hate you.
I don't want people to put me in the same category as you, as a person, a faceless person that hates black women. I do not.
I think you are.
What, faceless?
A person that hates black women.
No.
I mean, you just broke up with your Ghana babes, and the stuff that he's been telling me, guys.
I've told you nothing. I've told you nothing. I would love interracial relationship. Never had one.
You've never had an interracial relationship,
like an actual girlfriend.
Ooh, that's actually something to go into. Actually,
an actual girlfriend who's from like a different like culture to mine. Like my actual babes. I'm not talking about like a quick romance. Yeah, I'm talking about like this is babes. Like this is Sanjita.
Introduce her to your family.
Yeah.
As your wife.
Yeah.
Everything's cool. How would your family take that?
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fine.
Your family from Tanzania, right?
Kinda. So my granddad's from Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma was from South Africa.
Mm.
My dad's from Tanzania.
Mm.
I was born in Tanzania.
So you're just African?
I'm Tanzanian. I speak Swahili.
You speak Swahili?
Of course I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
The most spoken language on the African continent.
Yeah. Spoken pretty much by everyone in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Some of these Congolese motherfuckers speak it as well. Some of them.
Motherfuckers.
Even some of the Somali.
Somali speak it too.
Yeah. Even Madagascar, some of them speak it too.
Yeah.
Which is Mozambique. Yeah. Oh man, that's what we do.
Read that next slide for me, please, Jesse. Because we're talking about.
The next slide was this one. It says around 44% of lesbian and 61% of bisexual women have experienced forms of rape and physical violence by an intimate partner as compared to 35% of straight women. What the hell?
I'm telling you.
26% of gay men and 37% of bisexual men, who don't exist, have experienced forms of rape and physical violence by an intimate partner compared to 29% of straight men. What?
See, this is the thing, right? Remember I said earlier on that women can't be happy, bro. What? Women, think about this, right? Women in a relationship with a man can't be happy. But if you get two women in a relationship, both on their periods, mate, that's a recipe for disaster, brother.
I often do hear about
that. You see, what did it say? 61%.
It said something crazy.
61% have had a physical altercation or physical violence.
It says 44% of lesbian. 44%. And 61% of bisexual women.
Which would probably be with another woman, not another man, because then they would have had that with the male-female.
Yeah. Exactly. And then it says compared to 35% of straight women.
Yeah. So with other women like to gouge each other's eyes out when it comes to their relationships. What is that all about? Jesse looks confused right now. He looks very confused.
Do you know how naive I am? Like, it's like I grew up in a bubble. Like, there's so many things that happen in this world that I didn't know happened. Like, for example, off topic, I didn't know that people actually done burglaries until like 2016. Yeah, I didn't know, bro. I didn't think people were still exactly.
What do you mean?
I didn't think people really done. I didn't think burglary was a real crime. I know what burglary is. Yeah, but I didn't think people actually go into people's houses and steal. I found in 2016 that it's a pandemic. Yeah, this is how naive I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, women gouge each other's eyes out in relationships, bro. They don't like other women, bro. Women don't like women, bro.
Women don't. I knew this before.
Women don't like women, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've said this before, and I tell you why. I used to do podcasts with a lot of women.
You did a podcast?
I did do a podcast. Crazy. I did a podcast with another woman, another YouTuber, and I used to do it with a lot of women. And do you know what I used to do?
You should do it. That sounds a bit sexual.
No, not like that.
Oh, okay.
Polls. What used to happen is there used to be like women on a panel.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes if someone would walk in late, right, it would be another woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd watch the woman on the panel, watch the new woman that would come in, and I'd watch the new woman coming in, watch the woman on the panel, and I'd be like, they're all eyeing each other up.
Yeah.
They're thinking what their hair looks like, what they're wearing, what their breasts look like. They're trying to eye ech other up. And I'm saying women are very like catty and bitchy with one another. I'm telling you, women don't like women, you know, bro. Go on, say it.
No, I don't want to agree with you because I don't want to be tarred with this brush of.
But it's true. But don't you think though?
I disagree with you.
So you think women like women?
Women love women,
even though they're beating up each other. They're beating each other up in their relationship.
Fake news.
And now it's got to the point, Jesse.
No, by the way, someone said in the comments, bro was leaving his door unlocked. God's honest truth, I grew up in South London. I would leave my house and leave my front door open if I was going to the shop. Like, honestly.
When you say open, it wouldn't be wide open.
No, wouldn't be like, it would be pulled, but like not clips, like it wouldn't be like shut, like, literally windows open, like, in South London.
Did you grow up in Tanzania?
No, I came here when I was like 2. Okay. Lived in Lewisham ever since.
I mean, don't tell people where you are.
Well, where are we now? Are we in Lewisham?
Because burglaries happen. Burglaries happen. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's not heavy.
Yeah, it's got to the point now, divorce, right?
Divorce, yeah.
That lesbians are now divorcing at a 75% rate.
That's crazy, man.
So they're beating each other up at a 61% rate,
mm-hmm.
and they're divorcing each other at a 75% rate, and they can no longer blame men for the reason why they're getting divorced, bro. Like, women can no longer say, oh, it's because of men. Even when you're together, you're beating each other up and divorcing each other. Ladies, what is wrong with you? You don't like each other. Like, what? Why are you not happy? Like, why are you so unhappy?
We're not going to stand here and bash women. Let's talk about men and men's problems. I'm here to be the voice of the voiceless.
The voice of the voiceless, which is who? Who's the voiceless? The women.
Newborn babies. they can't really speak. No. I feel like one of the issues that men and women have, what people have as a whole, is that you judge people based on 2 things. One, what you think you would do in a situation, and what you'd like to do in a situation. Like, so for example, we might say, oh, how could you leave the bin and like that, not throw it out while I was out? Because you believe, had you been home, you'd have done that. But not everyone is you. So you can't judge people by your standards.
Of course.
You need to judge people by their standards.
Makes sense.
So your husband never takes his shoes off and brings mud in the house every time he comes back home, okay? That's what he does.
Right.
So you need to congratulate him the one time he doesn't do it, rather than say, hey, I never do that. Mm-hmm. So you're a bad person. Mm-hmm. Okay? So you got to judge them by their own measuring sticks, not by yours.
What's that got to say with women beating each other up and divorcing each other?
I'm just trying to get off the subject of women.
We're talking about marriage and divorce, bro. It's going to get onto women. Talking about marriage and divorce, I want to talk about another thing that I gave you a video for. Mm-hmm. Do you know Anthony Anderson? No, he's an actor. You know what it is? You're going to know who he is when I play this video, right? You're going to know his face. And he's currently going for a breakup. And you know what he has to do, Jesse? He has to pay his woman 200 grand a year for life.
For whose life?
And if he makes more money, she gets a percentage of that too. And they're no longer together.
A what?
Play the video.
What the fuck?
Look at this, guys. Not only does he have to pay her $200,000 a year, but if he makes more than $2 million a year, he has to pay her an extra 20% on top of that. Why? If he makes more, he has to, not only does he have to pay her $200,000 a year tax free, but if he makes more than $2 million, he has to pay her 20% of that indefinitely. Why? She's already getting what, 4 or 5 times the national average of what people make when they actually do go to work. She doesn't have to work one day in her life. Men in this nation are being tricked. There is a fake contract and there is a real contract. Men are signing the fake contract. The verbal agreement that y'all are doing in front of that pastor, it's not going to hold up in court. It's not going to hold up in court. That is the fake contract. The real contract, for example, gives the wife $200,000 a year indefinitely.
Man, listen. If you don't know a red flag when you see one, this guy's got to pay 200 grand a year. Because he wants that, because they're getting a divorce, bro. And this is why I talk about the prenup. This is why you talk about the Tyrese situation and the fact that he's saying he ain't paying this woman no 20 grand a month when she signed a prenup. 200 grand a year, bro. And if he makes more than 2 million a year, she now gets 20% of that indefinitely for life. Bro, what? That's not marriage. Is that what she was thinking when she entered the marriage? Is that what she was thinking when she entered into loving this man to death do us part, for better or for worse, blah, blah, blah? Was she thinking, hang on a minute, this guy's very successful. Actually, if I divorce him, I can get so-and-so money for the rest of my life. I'm just going to be with him for a certain amount of time. And then after being with him for a certain amount of time, I'm going to get money for the rest of my life. And he's going to be my retirement plan. Strong, independent women. I'm independent. I don't need no man. Oh, really? Jesse, you got to help me out here, brother.
Obviously, it's very unfair for us to comment because we would only be on one end of that, okay, as men. We can only see things from a man's perspective.
Right.
So let's just for a moment try and rationalize and think why she deserves the £200,000.
You can. Why does she deserve the £200,000?
Dollars,
sorry.
150 pounds.
So she deserves 150 a year. And 20% if he makes more than 2. And he's going to make more than 2 million a year because he's quite a successful actor. So she's going to be getting 20%. Say he earns 5 mil, she's going to be getting
20% of
20%. So she's going to be
of
getting
3 mil. 20% of 3 mil. So that's like 60,000. No, it's more than that. 600,000.
No. If he makes 5 mil a year.
Yeah, so would it be 20% of the sum above 2 mil, right? Or would it be 20% of the whole?
Of the whole thing.
Damn.
20% of what he's making indefinitely.
Damn.
Bro, that's crazy. Why? You're about to rationalize it. Why? Rationalize it. Make it make sense.
Do you know how hard? Do you know how difficult? Have you ever, when you wake up, if you
can you ever? What you
ain't got the answers, Jess.
You ain't got the answers, man.
Damn.
See, it's boggled your mind now, right? But now you would say, "Oh, he hates women. Why is he saying this?" It's not about hating women. It's like you've got a whole system that is skewed towards you that is going to give you 200 grand a year. and 20% more indefinitely for life. Why? He's no longer with you. You still got your 2 arms and your 2 legs to go to work.
I feel like if you love someone and if you ever loved them, you wouldn't put them through that. He would have had to do something fucked up. Maybe, you hope. He did something fucked up to justify this.
And this is the thing about love. This thing about what Tyree spoke about, and I've said, when you have literally shared a bed with somebody for these amount of years, and then you go and you look at them and you're like, you're no longer who are you?
Who even are you?
Who even are you? You're gonna take my children away. You're gonna take my livelihood away. You no longer want me to be happy anymore. You're gonna take the thing that you know makes me happy. Anthony Anderson, he's an actor who makes him happy. But you're gonna take the thing that you know makes him happy, and you're gonna try and turn it against him and make him think, oh, I've got to go to work. I love going to work, but I've got to go to work because I've got to pay this woman her money, not pay himself his money. It's crazy, brother. And men are going through these things up and down the country, up and down the West, consistently and constantly. There are men being taken to the cleaners. There are men who lived a great life in a nice house and they go through a divorce, and then all of a sudden they're living in a 1-bedroom without their kids, without their house, without their car. Right? It's happening all over the West. I consult men like this all the time that are doing it. I mean, I went through, I was with a woman for 10 years. 10 years, bro. Raised her daughter as my own daughter, bro. Yeah, I'd done the whole thing. I'd done all the things that men were supposed to do. Come to realize when it's breakup time, that whole veil that Tyrese talks about, bro, it's so real. You're looking at this person, you're like, who are you? And why are you speaking like this? Like, it gets to a point where it's like, I get it. I understand why. The confidence you have is because of all of the services that are behind you. The confidence you have is because you know the family courts are going to be in your favor. The confidence you have is because you know the social services are going to be in your favor. The confidence you have is based on the fact that you have all of these men. What did I tell you earlier on? Your woman's man, your woman's real man is backing her. So she's got all of this confidence. Her real man is standing there like, say something wrong. Because if you do, I'm going to take it to the cleaners. So, fellas, be careful of your woman's man. If you think your woman's man isn't the government, you will soon find out in the divorce. You will soon find out in the divorce who your woman's real man is. Because her real man is going to get her what she, quote unquote, deserves.
All around me are familiar faces.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, folks. But to close out, though, because we're going to close out in a minute. To close out.
We're done already?
It's been like an hour, bro.
It's been an hour already.
But to say this, right? Again, even with all of this stuff that I say, I am still pro-marriage. I don't think that marriage should be an institution that should be forgotten. I don't. I just think that the current ways in which divorces are instituted to totally emasculate men, and that is something that I want to speak about. That's made my mind jump, Jesse. My mind's just jumping. Men have become a little bit more feminine nowadays, right? And one of the things that have made men more feminine is a lot of women who choose to emasculate them in situations like this, right? And I think that cutting off a man's ability to be his manly self and kind of reduce him to a shell of himself because you've taken away his house, you've taken away his cars, you've taken away his children, etc., is part of a wider plan. It's part of a wider scheme to emasculate men in the West in general. And the reason why you need to emasculate men in this society is because you plan on implementing some very interesting laws and some very interesting values. And the only people who are going to stand up to the laws and the values and the statutes that you choose to do are who? Men of fighting age. But if men of fighting age are emasculated, they ain't really going to have any pushback. They ain't going to have any push. This is why you don't see these types of laws in Russia, China, India, all of these other countries, but you see them in the West because they're planning to emasculate the men, because when it's time to implement certain things, men aren't able to push back. They're going to be cowering a corner with a woman. But that's my conspiracy.
So you're not as stupid as you look.
And I don't look that stupid, do I?
Oh,
I do. Damn it.
Damn.
Sometimes I do look a little bit stupid. Actually, I do look a little bit stupid sometimes.
Would you get married?
Yes, of course I would. Just has to be the right. It has to be the right setting. It has to be the right woman. It has to be the right contract. It just has to be right. Of course.
Sign the contract.
It has to be the right time. Like I said, I'm pro-marriage. I'm not anti-marriage. I'm pro-marriage. It just, when you look at these types of things, it just makes you think the system's a little bit broken.
I was thinking about going back home and just living there. And if I live there, I'm more likely to meet someone there. And if I was to get married, it'll be from someone from there. But the thing is, though,
from Tanzania, from Africa,
from Tanzania, yeah. But the thing is, the issue is that you don't really know if they love you. Do you know what I mean?
Or you're their meal
or they like you, or if you're their meal tickets. Because one of my hobbies is speaking to Uber drivers. I don't always get Ubers, but when I do, I make sure me and Boss Man become best friends. There's someone in the comments really doesn't like me.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, why? What are they saying about
just talking
you?
Shit. Just talking shit. But they're a keyboard warrior.
Oh,
they,
right,
and they don't get the dry humor. You know who you are. I'm not gonna give them 5 minutes.
Mine and Jesse's humor is very dry.
Yeah.
It's very sarcastic.
But anyways, forget them. So talking to one about 2 or 3 Uber drivers have told me that they've gone back home with an awesome one's gone back home, met a woman, married them, brought them back here. Minute they get here, they're gone.
What have you done for me lately, Eddie?
Yep. What have you done for me lately?
What have you done?
Half. That's it.
Yeah. And he said that from the 80s, bro.
Yeah. Well, things don't change.
Things don't change.
Yeah, we're like, people haven't changed. That's it.
He said that from the 80s, bro. No, the thing is, I think it is good for men to go to different countries now, to go and find women that have been brought up with values from different countries. Because a lot of the time, I always say that a lot of women of the West are kind of done
out here.
They're kind of done out. I think their ideology and their psychology of the strong, independent woman who don't need no man, it's very weird. The only women in the world to say they don't need a man are Western women.
It's crazy, man.
It's weird, isn't it? Even Western men don't say, I don't need a woman. Even we know we need women, bro.
Yeah, we need people. Like, we're a social being. Like,
we're social beings,
people,
right?
Regardless, whether it's a man or, like, don't need no one. Okay.
It's weird to say that you don't need a man.
Yeah.
And then in the other breath, to say that, oh my God, men aren't doing X, Y, and Z for you. It's like, but you don't need a man, you said. Like,
yeah.
And I think right now there's a pushback. There's like a bunch of women now, the pick-me's women is what they call them, pick-me's, are now pushing back on this narrative of feminism, aggressive feminism that says we don't need no man. And so those women are now being targeted by the sisterhood. Yeah. And they're now being like, what do you mean? You can't sell us out. And it's like, no, they get it.
They get it.
They get it.
Yeah, man.
Do you need a woman?
That's the thing.
Yeah, I know you just had a breakup.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to just be alone for some time. But I would like one in time, not right now though. Yeah.
Was it a bad breakup? Jesse?
No.
It was a good one.
No, it was fine. No, the breakup was fine. No, the breakup was fine. It just I'm old now. I just turned 34. Like, I need to make sure I need to be really intentional with my next spouse.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because it could be my last.
Yeah. I mean, I was actually single for 4 years after my breakup.
Yeah.
So yeah, you had to kind of take time.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? I was single for like 4 years, and it's like, yeah, you need to take your time, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, you're a young man
for now.
Yeah, but bro, you can be 40 and still bag yourself a 27-year-old.
Yeah, but will they love me or will they just see my penis print?
But that's something I can't answer, bro. I don't know what your penis print looks like, bro. I don't know. I don't know these things, okay? But yeah, like you can still be old, and that's one of the things that older men are actually able to bag younger women, but older women.
That's crazy.
Trying to bag a young
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Older women are kind of seen like, yeah, I'd see her and kind of have some fun, but nothing more than that, really.
Right now,
yeah,
where I am in life, I would consider an older woman,
right?
Because I have a child already, and I'm no longer with my child mother. I don't want to have any more children because I don't want to have baby mothers.
You don't want to have two baby mothers.
Because it's not going to be with her anymore. So it's just I don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be that guy that has like children all over the place.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's hard to give someone your love if it's on a time.
So why don't you go back with her, man?
Not online, brother, please.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, well, I am older woman.
Older woman.
Yeah.
When you say older, how old?
Like
your age, 34.
No. I'm talking about like, would I date a woman who's like in her later 40s? Yeah. But obviously there's a lot of criteria. Like she'd have to be hella fine for
clearly.
Yeah, like hella fine.
What if she's got like a 5-year-old kid?
Only 5? And you're like 45?
She had a baby at 35. And she's 40.
Yeah, fine.
Have you ever been in a relationship with a woman with like a child that's not yours?
Never, because I was with my son's mother for like 12 years.
That is a very tumultuous, perilous, lackluster place to be.
Yeah?
Yeah. As somebody who's done it. And as someone who's not only done it themselves, but counsels men that do it. Because first of all, you are not her priority. Her priority is her child or children.
Yeah.
Right? That's her priority. Secondly, if you do get serious, you are not able to discipline the child the way you would want to discipline the child, because the mother always lets you know that it's her child and you're not allowed to discipline that child. So you get all of the responsibilities as a father, but not much else. I'm just saying. So you have to think about that.
No, you're right. I've never thought about it like that. Because I always thought that, like, at my age now, if I'm going to be with someone, if they haven't got any children already, they're going to want kids.
Right.
That's already an issue. Because let's just say we have a child and then we break up. Now I've got 2 baby mothers. I'm speaking from a personal perspective, how I'm seeing things.
How you're seeing it.
So, the ideal, I'd want someone who already has a child. That way I ain't got to worry about them wanting children.
Which sounds great, but I'm saying to navigate that space, you might think you have to think of baby daddy issues.
Yeah.
That might fall onto you.
This comes back to the whole luck thing I told you about.
Yeah, it's lucky.
Yeah.
It's luck.
Just got to pray he's in jail. What? What? Slow down, Sarah.
And when's he going to come out?
Oh.
He said you got to pray that he's in jail. And if he is in jail, then that shows you that she likes to deal with guys who are jailbirds. So that's not a good place to be, brother. That is not a good place to be.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I want to say this. I've met amazing single mothers. I've met amazing women who are single mothers, right? So this is not me saying that single mothers don't deserve love and all this kind of stuff. Everyone can negotiate their contract due to whatever they're gone through. I'm just saying, for men generally to settle down with women who already have children, it's a perilous road to travel.
Yeah, I guess as kids are growing up, it's different for like 14, 15,
if they're
16.
grown up,
yeah,
maybe you can do that. But if they're like young and they need the mother's attention,
yeah, I don't know if we're wrapping up, or I think we are, but I just wanted. There's another phenomenon I wanted to discuss very briefly. Like in America, I know a lot of your subscribers are American.
Yes,
those men out there love to wifey hoes. I'm talking about like actual hoes,
they
like strippers, wifey hoes.
Really?
Yeah, they love it. Like they don't care how many bodies she's got. If she's fine, like she could be in the clubs. I think they call it bartending.
Is he telling the truth? My American family who are watching right now, do you like to wife hoes?
They don't care.
Jesse's saying that you like to wife these hoes.
They love it. They love it. It's their game. It's a sport for them. They just do it for leisure.
Yo, that might be slander, Jesse.
Hey, listen, I feel like over here, Okay, I've got a friend of mine. Yeah,
Go on.
one of my good friends.
Give me the story.
And he is seeing a girl who is a stripper.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm in love with a stripper.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what T-Pain said.
And he's like, just like, listen, if it wasn't for the stripping, I'd take her seriously because she's, as a person, she's lovely. She's fine too.
Right.
But she's stripping, so
Well, that's why she's stripping. Of course, she's gonna be fine.
Yeah. So she can never be the one. Yeah. Whereas in America, like, this is just my perception from this side of the Atlantic. You don't care if she's fine, doesn't care what she's done in the past. Like, the past is the past, and nobody cares. It's like,
but that's how they get themselves into trouble, bro.
Perhaps, but I'm just saying, like, so,
like, women with that kind of past, bro. That's
like, if you're I believe I might be wrong here. Okay, a lot of strippers in America also sell. You know, they make money from
sell the bucks.
Yeah, and I might be wrong, but it's what they do. There are women out there who were once strippers.
So that's basically prostitution.
It is what it is. There are women out there who were once strippers, and now they have like husbands. There's a woman who raps, very successful, and she has a very successful husband who's a rapper, and she was a stripper, which means she was definitely
selling the box.
Exactly, and it's fine, and everyone knows this. Like Amber Rose, wasn't she a stripper?
I wouldn't know.
Kanye West is old flame.
I know who Amber Rose is, but I don't know if she was a stripper. She could have been. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like they just don't care. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't care what she's doing. Then like she's now. I was talking about Cardi B when I was talking about the
yeah. I kind of figured.
Yeah,
but if you are going to wife a hoe or an ex-hoe,
ex-hoe, no,
ex-hoe, what do they call it? Reformed hoe, a born again hoe. Then you are going to have to deal with born again hoe. Or does that make sense? A born again hoe?
Maybe.
You're going to have to deal with that past, because having that many penises inside you is going to do some damage to your psychology.
I feel like it's just about the individual.
Okay.
Yeah. The man I'm talking about, yeah. So you know that your wife now has had her fair share, trying to be as respectful as I can, because I actually care about women. They're not things, they're people like us, unlike you.
I thought you hated women.
That's you, brother. I think it just depends. Can you accept the fact that the woman who's now your wife, who's exclusive to you, you can be in a party and there can be like 8 people in here that have been through your wife. How does that make you feel?
Oh no.
And the thing is, some people don't care because she's fine, and it's like, yo, like, you was there then, but I'm here now. Like,
no. I'm not going to be okay with that, me personally.
No, neither would I. Neither would most people.
Yeah, I can't be okay with that. But if there are men out there like that, good on you. It's just that's going to come with a certain level of. See, if we go back to the Destiny video, he was saying, "Oh, these men are insecure," and it's, you know what it is. It's not insecurity. You know what it is. It's like having a car, bro. Right? And if you've got a new car, you don't like. That's why you got the logbook for the car. You're like, if it's got like 12 previous drivers, you're like, nah, I'm not driving that car. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but if you says, oh, it only had 1-2 previous drivers, you're like, okay, it's gonna be in good condition. If it's had like 12 previous drivers, bro, you ain't got time for that.
Yeah, no, you got a point.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's not insecurity. It's just kind of looking at like the numbers and saying, nah, that car's more likely to have been damaged if it's been through that many people's hands.
And this is true.
Do you know what I mean?
And then you're thinking to yourself, cool, this woman has a penchant for many penises. So is she going to want more penises going forward? When I turn my back, will she be looking for phalli?
Is phalli?
Yeah. There's someone who really wants to ask a question. Okay. Mark Grice, you've been saying it for so long. He wants to ask a question, doesn't want to send a super chat. So Mark, please, okay, ask your question, put it in the comments.
What does he keep saying? I want to ask a question. I want to ask a question.
Essentially, I'm trying to do this and read the comments. Yeah, ask your question, brother. Guys, if you've got questions, put them in the comments. We may or may not read them. But Mark has guilt tripped us.
Us is you. You're the one reading it.
I've got a soft heart.
He's got a soft heart.
Yeah. But yeah, ask your question, bro. So this was meant to be a quick stream, but we're still here now.
We're still here. We're gonna wrap up.
Well, now, is there? I don't know if this is PC. I'm sure you've seen a porn star you think, yeah, I would marry her regardless of her past.
No way.
No
way.
No, Roxy Reynolds.
No, if you see a porn star, you're probably gonna say you want to smash her. Marry her.
Have you got like a favorite?
I don't watch porn like that.
Neither do I. Neither.
What did Jay-Z say? We don't believe you. You need more people.
The Mark Guy said, did Sarah watch the video I sent him? Thank you. So apparently someone sent you a video.
Oh yeah, he sent me a video the other day. No, I haven't watched the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap up.
So I got to say, before we go, I really I like your subscribers. You know, they're good people.
Yeah,
a well-rounded bunch.
See that?
Yeah.
Jesse likes you guys, even though you guys need to keep like throwing hate his way.
It's only one person, and he stopped now.
Oh, he stopped.
Or they've stopped now. They them have stopped now.
They them.
Yeah.
Zeezer.
Yeah. And plus, I'm untrollable. You few people know me. Like, I'm so untrollable. Like, you can.
Yeah, that Jesse's the biggest troll.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, she's the biggest troll.
I don't know if I've even said anything that I really believe during this whole thing. I just say shit.
Just for shits and giggles.
Just to have it said.
Listen, guys, thank you all for joining in. Thank you all for all that donated via the super chats. I really appreciate it. Jesse appreciates it. We are going to be here every week. When's our next live stream, Jesse? We can't do this Friday, can we?
We can't do Friday.
So next Tuesday. Next Tuesday will be our next live stream. You guys tune into the channel because I'm dropping content every single day on this channel. Okay, tell your friend and tell their friend to tell their friend to come to the channel to watch the content, to get involved in the live streams, to get involved, to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the People's Opinion.
Yeah, buddy.
As we continue to do this, because this is about you also. Hence the reason why Jesse's talking about you guys in the comments.
Lightweight.
I'm gonna see you guys next Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.